Listen, 20 or 30-year-old you would kick your ass. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. We're at this age now, 50 plus, making excuses for why you can and can't do something. And what I'm more particularly talking about is when we want to take care of our bodies. We come up with all these excuses. Oh, well, when you get my age, you can't. When you have these kind of things going on, you can't. Well, you're damn right you can if you keep having that attitude. Of course you're not going to be able to do the things that you want to do and get your body where you need to get it if you keep telling yourself that. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy that you're doing. I don't understand it. I have guys come, look, I'm 52. I have guys come up to me all the time at the gym and say, oh man, if I was young like you, I could do those kind of things too. If I didn't have this, if I didn't have that, and I didn't have this, and they go, how old are you? I say, I'm 52. And they'll say, oh, I'm 54. And then they don't really have anything to say. And I have people say, hey, Scott, okay, fine, you've sold me. What if I work out 2 days a week? But can I look like you? Can I feel like you? Can I have the energy like you? No, you can't. You can't. As we age, things become more difficult. That's one reason why you have to take care of your body. You have to take care of your body. You got to fuel it properly with proper fuel, meaning food. You've got to move the body. The body is meant to move and be put under necessary stress for it to become stronger. You have to do those things. You have to do those things to prepare yourself for when you do get sick or you do have some kind of ailment. July, I had a grade 2 tear, hamstring tear. My fault. I do a ton of mobility training. I work my body all the time. I'm very careful. I teach mobility. Been a personal trainer and nutritionist since my 20s. And I still tore my damn hamstring. I did it because I didn't give myself enough time to recuperate. Yes, I've recognized when I get older, as I've gotten older, it takes a little bit more time to recover from those kind of things. And I didn't allow that to happen. But guess what? Last Friday, today is October 13th. This past Friday, I was in full sprint again. Full sprint again for the first time since July. Why? Because I rehabbed. Why? Because I put it under necessary stress to improve and get stronger and get better and improve it. You can't expect yourself to heal overnight, but you've got to put your body in the situation where it can heal. Think about it. Think about it for a second. Think about any time you had an injury. Any of you guys that played sports out there, any of you that play sports, you had an injury. What happened? You do rehab. What part of that rehab, what happens is, do you remember? You're to put whatever that injury is under stress so it can heal. Here's a big thing that I see a lot of guys do. A lot of guys will come in, they'll tweak a knee or they'll tweak some kind of muscle or something like that. Then they'll put some kind of brace on it. It's fine to brace it for a couple of weeks till you get that strength back, get that pain worked out. But the problem is, you'll see them 6 months, you see them a year later with the same damn brace on the same area. All you've done is made that point even weaker, and it's never going to heal. You have to put the body under necessary stress in order for it to heal. Train in a full range of motion, out of alignment, weighted. Move the body. It is meant to move. There is no excuse for us guys over 50 walking around with this tight hip, sore, getting, oh, my back, oh, my legs. You weren't like that in your 20s or 30s. That's why 20s or 30s you would kick your ass all day long. And you'd be highly disappointed in yourself if you ran into yourself and you heard those excuses. You would not allow it to happen. You wouldn't allow that to happen. So why are you doing it now? Why are you doing it now? These are the wonderful years of our lives that we've worked hard for, to be here. You need to enjoy it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Be intentional when you go to the gym. Be intentional when you come out. Be intentional when you get in there and you're moving the body. Don't just show up and go through the motions. When you get into the gym, you have a goal, a specific goal in mind. You put it on your schedule. You don't let anything interrupt that schedule. You put it on your calendar and you don't let everything interrupted. Just like the most important appointment that you have, a doctor's appointment out in the future. It's funny, you'll make sure you make time for that, for them to medicate you even more, or to give you another brace to put on whatever that injury is, but you won't dedicate the time to yourself to show up and do the work. Do it. I'm tired of running, and here's why I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it because I know how vibrant, how great you can feel if you just move the body and you take care of yourself, if you're intentional about it. I'm tired of seeing my 50-year-old brothers all across that I run into that that I coach in my online coaching, that I see in person at the gym, struggling to move their body at 50. At 50, you're not 90. And guess what? If you start moving the body now, at 50, you get it primed. When you turn 90, you'll be primed and moving your body well too. I make it a point 3 days a week to sprint as hard as I can. How many of you guys have sprinted in years, since your 30s? You know, there's a stat that says 95% of people will never sprint again after the age of 30, unless something's chasing you. But intentionally setting out to sprint, guys aren't doing it. Women aren't doing it. Nobody's doing it. It's such a fundamental and functional, beneficial thing for you to do for your body. Sprint. Cardiovascularly, joints. I'm not talking about long distance running across the country. I'm talking about intentionally sprinting like you do when you race your best friend in the neighborhood. Do that, man. Race against yourself. Race against the younger version of yourself and what you knew you could do. There's absolutely no excuse. I'm fired up. I had a conversation with one of my clients. He's been with me for a year. He'd been doing really well, lost 150 something pounds over the years. He's falling back in. He made an excuse for it. Once you make one excuse, you're going to make more. You have to be intentional. You have to be intentional and show up. You've got to be intentional. You have to take care of your body. Please, you owe it to yourself. If you have kids, loved ones, you owe it to them. They shouldn't have to be burdened with taking care of you because you ain't taking care of it. That's not fair. All these guys walking around in their 50s with these big guts. Come on, man. God. It don't take much. I have cheat meals. I eat healthy, but I have cheat meals. And I have those, but I don't glutton myself and eat 4,000 calories a day and not moving the body. I could get away with it because I move my body. You could too. If you want to eat like that, you're not going to be primed in peak physical condition that you need to be. And here's another thing too is, I have clients come to me, hey Scott, I want a six-pack abs. Why, are you competing? Like you going to hop on stage and compete at the Arnold Classic or something? No, focus on how you feel. Then you'll get the benefits from, if you focus on how you feel, then the body will naturally change. But if you focus on the six-pack, it's the wrong thing. Because I'm going to tell you this, having been in this fitness industry for all these years, all of those guys you see in the magazines, on stage, they don't walk around like that daily. You run into them, you almost won't recognize most of them. You almost won't recognize most of them, 15, 16, 17% body fat. Even me, as lean as I am, I walk around at about 10% body fat. Sometimes I cut throughout the year just because I want to see what it's like. Get down to 7. That's not sustainable. Most people can't do that. They don't do that, in fact. You have no excuse. No excuse. If you're alive, you're above ground, and you can move, man, baby steps, a little bit at a time until you get up to that point to where you can really, really rock it like you used to. But get moving. Hey, today I could walk a quarter of a mile. Guess what? Next week, go a little bit over a quarter of a mile. Then bump it up. Slow jog. Sprint. Get in. Move the body. Watch what you're eating. Y'all eat like a bunch of damn pigs. Y'all, I think you're trying to kill yourself. I think you're trying to kill yourself. That's the bottom line. I ain't gonna do nothing about that. I can't do a damn thing about that. If that's your goal, you're trying to commit long-term suicide, ain't nothing I can do about that. But if you have a goal, you want to be a better version of yourself, you want to be the version of yourself that you were in your 20s and 30s, that again, you know it would. You know, if you ran into yourself, you would. Then let's talk. Unless you got some terminal illness, you have no excuse. Zero excuse to live a healthier and better life. And guess what? Without health, nothing else even matters. Think about it. Think about when you got a really bad cold. You got the flu or something like that. All you're thinking about is, man, if I felt better. And how many promises, how many contracts do we make with ourselves when we're doing that? We say, hey, I'm going to make sure I take care of myself. I'm just make sure I'm going to eat better. Or you go to the doctor and they say, hey, your blood pressure's high. You need to lose a little weight. You have a little health scare. What do? We say, all right, I'm going to do it. And then you fall right back in. You sign a contract with yourself, you don't fulfill it. You can't sign a contract with anybody else and not fulfill it. What happens? It's breach of contract. Go to jail for that, right? fine for it. Don't let yourself do that, sign a contract with yourself and not fulfill it. Tell somebody else what you're doing so it holds you accountable. Put a comment in this damn video. I'll hold you accountable. I'll hold you accountable. I'll be the brother, the friend that you need. And if I see any of you guys coming up to me in the gym that's watched this and ain't trying to make a change, turn around and walk away. You're wasting my time and you're wasting your time. Because all you're going to have is excuses. All you're going to have is excuses. I need you to take care of yourself. I've been going to too many funerals of friends of mine I went to school with at 50 because they didn't take care of their bodies. And they don't have terminal illnesses. They let something like diabetes take them down. Some like the food you put in your mouth. The food you put in your mouth that you have 100% control over, they let that destroy them. Heart disease, not listening, or even going to the doctor to find out what is going on. Like, come on. Like, these are all preventable. Like, would you treat your car like that? You put fuel in it. Some of y'all love your cars more than you do anything on earth. Man, you got to put yourself first, or you won't be able to enjoy that damn car. Y'all got a problem. You need to fix it. Tired of seeing y'all get sick and die, man. It hurts. It hurts. We're the generation that everybody's supposed to be watching, listen to right now. Our parents are the older generation. I don't know about you, my mother's 78, right? We still listen, sage advice. I go to her for advice and talk to her. But we're the ones people are listening to right now, us in our 50s. And how you gonna walk around looking like Fat Albert's twin brother on purpose and then try to speak to anybody taking you serious? Gotta love yourself, man. And that's what I find too, is a lot of it comes down to it's a self-love thing. And it usually typically roots down to something when we're a lot younger. 7, 8, 9, 10 that we haven't dealt with. Gotta address those things, man. They will eat you up. As humans, we do not have the capacity to love anybody else any more than we love ourselves. Think about that for a minute. Think about it. Look, I get it. I do. I know that a lot of you guys out there absolutely hate going to the gym. You got to go to the gym, buy some resistance bands. I'll teach you some body weight movements. Comment to me. I'll give them to you for free. Not the resistance bands, but teach you the body weight movements. I'll give that stuff to you to get the body going. What's funny is once you start doing those kind of things, you start moving the body, you start doing those positive things, you'll want to change other things in your life positively, even without thinking about it. Don't you want to sleep better at night? Don't you want to get up and feel great? You spring out of bed and nothing's achy and hurting? I don't have any of that. A lot of mobility training, low inflammation diet, and intentionally put my joints under necessary pressure and stress to make it stronger so it can be resilient. It ain't a judgment thing, man. It's a reality thing. It's a disappointment in our generation, man. The statistics out there, I don't have the exact numbers. You guys do your own damn research. I'm not Wikipedia. But we're the most unhealthy generation outside of the generation of our parents, and that was due to, I'm talking about, because it's medical type related things, right? We've got advancements in science and the way we can heal the body for chronic type things, those illnesses and things that can't be fixed with diet and exercise, but most can be. They had shorter lifespan. Yes, the lifespan has increased, but the medications that people are on has increased significantly. The obesity rate in the United States is staggering. And it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Eat less, damn it. Push away from the damn table. Give you a tip. When you go out to eat to a restaurant, they come in these ginormous portions now. You got to eat restaurant. Let's say you go to a Italian restaurant, you order pasta, spaghetti and marinara, whatever it is that you like, whatever your taste is. What you do is, a little trick. This works really well for my clients. What you do, You say, hey, yo, I'm gonna take the spaghetti marinara. If you do me a favor, bring half of it out, pack the other half up to go. And you bring that out when you bring the check. Man, that's forced portion control. Forced portion control. Because what happens is we're in a restaurant, the music's playing, we're all in good mood, we're usually with people we love and want to be with. Man, you kind of forget. Because it takes time before that hunger signal to say, hey, stop eating, fool. Stop eating. You just keep going. So that's one way you can help yourself, is have them half up the portion. Bring half of it now, pack up the other half and bring it out to me in a to-go box with the check. Man, it's a good hack. I'll tell you something else to do. When you first sit down, man, try to drink water at all your meals if you can. If you were like a sweet tea kind of person, man, do half and half if you can. But the point is, when you sit down, have them bring you a glass of water. Drink that whole glass of water before your food comes out. The vast majority of the time when we're hungry, it's actually because we're thirsty. And that's our body's signal telling us, hey, I need something on board so I can extract the fluids so that I get the hydration that I need. Man, I love you guys. I love people. I love humans. And I was hard on you, but I'm hard on you because I love you and I care about you and I want you to be thriving. I love it when I see there's a guy across the street from me. He's 67, man. If you saw him, you'd think he's 47. He jogs every day. Every day. He's vegan. I'm plant-based. I don't expect y'all to do that. But that's what works for me. There's a couple guys at the gym. Man, they're phenomenal. Because they're intentionally taking care of themselves, man. I don't want somebody wiping when I'm, 80, 90 years old. I want it to be my terms. Who wants that? That's nasty. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Let me know how I can help you. Drop a comment. Tag somebody that you think could benefit from this. Obviously, that helps the channel. Helps the algorithm to say, yo, we like what Scott's doing. But more importantly, it's just to get the word to more people. And this is all that you already know. But you need that accountability partner. You need that person that has to remind you of that, hold you accountable. Do it, please. Do it, please. You'll feel better about yourself. Confidence will skyrocket. You'll look good. Man, you'll be 20, 30-year-old run into you and say, yo, who are you? Look at you. That's me in the future. God, I can't wait. I can't wait. You want to be the example that everybody else wants to be. At our age, man, there's a few of us, small percentage of us, that walk around living intentionally. Stop being a co-pilot. Stop living passively. Be an active participant in your life. Man, just don't ride along. You got to control this, or something else is going to control it. And guess what? The body eventually, it comes collect. Taxes every year. The body does the same. A lot of times you ain't got a warning sign. It says, I'm done. Can't do this anymore. You neglected me. Now I'm going to collect. I'm going to put you down. Heart disease. Whatever. Diabetes finally sneaks up on you. Whatever. And aneurysms. There's so many things that happen in the body that are due to food and inflammation. The biggest causes of disease, think about that word for a minute, dis-ease, is inflammation in the body. It's dis-ease in the body. Meat, dairy products, and wheat are the three biggest causes of inflammation in the body. If we know that the vast majority of disease and illness in the body is rooted from inflammation, what's one way we can help that? Decrease, in my case, eliminate. I'm not saying that you got to do that. This is not one of those be vegan, plant-based. That's not what I'm talking about. It's what works for me. Decrease your intake so the body can heal. Because here's what happens. Your cells are constantly regenerating. Here's what happens when you have a diseased, inflammatory body. Those new cells come in and like, oh, wait a minute. They're fighting for their lives the minute they come out. The minute they are introduced into that space, they're fighting for their lives because there's so much damn inflammation. Your cells talk to each other on the cellular level. They send in a little text to each other. Yo, John, yo, Bill, yo, Fred is not doing what he needs. All right, I'm going to borrow energy from over here. I'm going to take this from over here. He's going to have to get sick there because we fight for our lives over here. So that gets neglected. This gets taken care of, and that's neglected. And then they go fight that, and that gets neglected. So you introduce cells into a healthy environment, lower inflammation, healthy, hydrated. You've moved the body, put necessary stress on it. Cells come in and say, yo, what is this? Yo, what's going on? So then an illness pops into the body. You're primed, baby. You're primed. Those cells are ready and strong and healthy. You're not even giving them time to mature in an unhealthy body to be strong to do what they need to do. Then they send little messages to each other. Yo, Scott's really taking care of us. We're going to take care of him now. See how that works? It's a symbiotic relationship. It works in concert or symphony. Think about when you go to the symphony, you've heard orchestra music playing. Think about when you hear it. You can always tell when somebody's off. When one person has, like in warm up, you typically don't hear it when they do it live because they're pros, right? But when they're warming up, they're doing something. You can hear one little thing that's off, man. You can hear it. Same thing's happening in the body. When things off, man, they're like, oh, what is going on? Somebody's off beat back here. Look, Fred, yo, Fred, you off beat. You gotta fix that. You off beat, man. You off beat, and that's what I'm talking about. The inflammation and disease in the body causes those cells to be off beat. Ain't nothing crazier than seeing somebody dance all off beat, right? Some no rhythm having person dancing all off beat. They're having fun though. Anyway, drop a comment. Let me know how I can help you, serve you. I'll send you free PDFs, guides, whatever it is. I just wanted to pop on and motivate you. I just think about this, man. Like there are people in the hospital. Like drive by any hospital and just think about. You ain't even got to go in. You could volunteer, have conversation with these people. They'd love it. That's not the point of this video. Drive by and think about how many sick people are in there. You got people with terminal illness, whatever, all this kind of stuff. You know how many people in a hospital bed would gladly, in a fraction of a second, trade places with you? Imagine that. What if you had to swap places? I know some of you out there, one heartbeat, one day, one glazed donut away from being in a hospital bed. You know it too. You know the way you feel. You know you should be eating and not taking care of your body the way you're currently navigating. Man, come on. We're the generation supposed to learn from the past generation and set the example. Let's do this. Man, that's all I got. I love you guys. Take care. Let me know how I can serve you. Make this week epic, people. Peace.